You're listening to Kit's Myths and Mysteries, events that have occurred in a world you thought you knew. The legend of the Chupacabra crosses all borders of the Americas, and of course, that includes the United States. While many creatures of legend have been debunked over the years, the Chupacabra has stood the test of time and critics. But what is it exactly? Imagine a blood-sucking creature, usually the size of a small bear, sometimes with a tail, always covered in scaly skin and a distinct row of spines running down its back. This terrifying image has been a staple of Puerto Rican folklore for decades. Ever since the first goat was mysteriously found completely drained of its blood. Now the explanation for that goat's death could have been anything, really. A wild animal, perhaps. But there were those who wondered if the Chupacabra had, at last, crawled out of the pages of folklore and into reality. The name itself, Chupacabra, literally translates to goatsucker. As soon as word of the Puerto Rican farm animals being drained of blood broke, a strange phenomenon occurred. Farmers and ranchers in other countries began reporting their own eerily similar attacks. Animals from Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, and even the southern United States were all dying the same gruesome deaths, seemingly with no explanation. It was as if the creature was on the move, or perhaps it was never confined to just one island. Many critics who dismiss the existence of the Chupacabra claim that it's nothing more than a case of mistaken identity, a hairless dog or a coyote suffering from severe mange. And it's true, mange can make an animal look almost otherworldly and monstrous. But the over 200 reported sightings from Puerto Rico alone seem to contradict this simple explanation. The descriptions just don't always line up with a sick canine. Originally, the owners of the victims didn't think it was a dog. They thought the Chupacabra was some kind of half-human, half-vampire beast. The victims, most often chickens and goats, are reportedly drained of all their blood, but are otherwise left intact. There's usually no evidence of a struggle, no ripped flesh or signs of a vicious fight. Just clean puncture wounds, sometimes the size of a human finger, on the neck. It's this surgical precision that makes the attack so unsettling. Because of its unique and persistent legend, the Chupacabra has become one of the most common beasts studied under the general heading of cryptozoology, the fascinating study of animals that may or may not be real, like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. So has anyone ever caught one? The short answer is no. No one has ever officially captured a live Chupacabra and presented it to the scientific community. We have carcasses of strange-looking canines, but nothing that matches the more exotic descriptions. However, plenty of eyewitnesses claim to have seen one, during a particularly intense rash of attacks in the mid-90s. Eyewitness accounts describe the animal as having a reptilian body, an oval head, bulging red eyes, fanged teeth, and a long darting tongue. Some even claimed it could hop like a kangaroo and had leathery wings. Is it a mass hallucination? A misidentified animal? Or is there a genuine, undiscovered predator lurking in the shadows of the Americas, a creature that has somehow eluded science for decades? The mystery endures, leaving us to wonder what really goes bump in the night. You've been listening to Kit's Myths and Mysteries, events that have occurred in a world you thought you knew. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe for more unexplained phenomena.